Hi there, welcome to ketubah.com. I'm Michael Shapiro and I'm the founder and CEO of ketubah.com. Ketubah is it's a Hebrew word and it comes from the same root in the Hebrew language as the word for writing. Kotev is to write, and ketubah means it's a written document. My understanding, the reason why it's called the ketubah is because in biblical times there would have been verbal agreements, usually between the two families, and over time the tradition evolved and developed. And by about 2,000 years ago, there was a standardized written document that was called a ketubah. Nowadays, there is a wide range of ketubah texts, ranging from the very traditional text, which is still used for Orthodox weddings, to a number of more contemporary texts, including texts that would be suitable for an interfaith couple or for a same-sex couple. 25 years ago, I left the corporate world and traveled to Israel, did some traditional learning, network with artists, and then returned to start this business. And we've been online since July of 1996. The first ketubah I ever saw was in the studio of an artist by the name of Arden Halter in Israel. And interestingly enough, even though the ketubah as an art form goes back about 1,000 years, most people's parents and grandparents just received a simple piece of paper from their rabbi when they got married. What happened starting in the 1960s is some artists in North America and Israel started to bring new life to this ancient art form. At the beginning of what I'm calling the ketubah Renaissance, which is about 60 years ago, the typical thing for a couple that wanted a ketubah was they would go and meet with a calligrapher or an artist, and then together they would come up with a custom ketubah that would have images that were representative of what was important to the couple, possibly their favorite color or the place that they met or what have you. As the ketubah developed in modern times, it got to the point where more couples were looking for them, and artists started to make prints of ketubah designs, which are more affordable and more accessible to more people. Nowadays, thanks to our in-house print-on-demand system and our laser cutting capabilities, couples have a wide range of options where they can choose a design that they like, but they can decide what size they want it and what sort of paper they'd like it printed on. We even have personalized paper cuts where the couple's names can actually be cut into the design of the ketubah, in addition to appearing, of course, in the printed text. Most ketubahs are printed on paper. Nowadays, we find a growing number of couples are very interested in having their ketubah printed on canvas. We've actually had instances where people will look at a ketubah printed on canvas and they can't believe that it's not an original piece of art. Paper cutting is actually a long-standing tradition of Jewish art. And in fact, it was said that in the little shtetls, little towns in Eastern Europe where people were very, very poor, that paper cut was thought of as a poor man's stained glass. So anybody could cut a design out of a piece of paper and put it up in their window and have the effect of something that was beautiful and designed. So paper cuts have been fairly popular as ketubahs for quite a while now, and in the last number of years we've seen a huge increase in that popularity. So it was very interesting for us to be able to have the ability to be producing paper cuts in-house just as we do our printing in-house. It gives us much greater control of the process. We're able to do it more quickly, with greater accuracy, thanks to our Trotec Laser, and it also opens up all sorts of possibilities in terms of experimenting and developing new sorts of approaches to our product. Well, I have to admit that I just love watching it cut. It's easy to use. It fits in very well with our internal process, which is to have elements of our design very standardized, and then hand touches that can be added after the fact to provide something that's more customized. So the Trotec Laser fits in beautifully with that. It's quick and it's efficient. As I mentioned, it's shockingly accurate. Well, anyone looking and getting a ketubah, the first place to go is ketubah.com. Our selection is so wide and the options are so varied, and also there's a lot of terrific information that is going to be valuable to anybody who is wanting to purchase a ketubah, regardless of whether they end up being our customers. We pride ourselves as being experts in the field the last quarter century, and at the end of the day we want people to be happy, and we're here to help.